don't know if you're ready for this.
I don't know if
Here
I
we
am
go. Okay. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. So who are we trying to impress?
I feel like it's gotta be this gal. What's her name again?
Yuri.
Okay. Or Monica, but Monica's not showing up.
Yeah, you're right.
So I say let's go Yuri.
Yuri. Okay. So what sort of words do you think Yuri likes?
I think since she's saying she likes horror, we're gonna go with massacre.
Ooh.
And we're gonna go with, I want to say depression, because that's, let's say sensation.
Okay.
Nate, what do you think?
Oh,
what are your thoughts?
it's all up to you.
What does that mean?
You know what?
Effulgent. Maybe it's something like
That doesn't like,
effervescent, but
or like have you ever like effusing, like
oh yeah,
effusive maybe?
Yes. Just because it's a cool word, we're gonna go with that one.
Oh, and she likes it.
Okay. I mean, obviously she loves melon. I feel like she'd like melancholy.
Okay.
Maybe philosophy.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with melancholy.
Melancholy. Oh, she liked
still
it.
liking it. Okay. I mean, pain. I don't want to go with empty. I like waterfall, but I feel like that's not really Yuri's thing.
Okay.
We're gonna go pain.
Pain. Oh no, Sayori likes it.
Wait. Sayori likes pain, huh?
Oh.
Okay. We'll go. Let's say. Entropy.
Ooh,
That's Yuri's.
That's
thing,
a good one.
for sure.
That's a good one.
Infinite, lust, hopeless, parfait, climax.
Oh my.
I feel like that would be.
My.
I feel like that'd be Sayori's thing. Let's go. Since we're trying to go with her. No.
Interesting.
Okay. So she likes more. We'll go ambient. Okay. So she likes the big deep words.
Big deep words.
Not necessarily the intense ones. It's frightening. So she likes death, headphones, after image.
Ooh. You're good at this.
Inferno, kisses, shiny, unending, disaster, aura, kiss. We'll say Inferno. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, whirlwind, dazzle, journal, flying, warm time.
Doki Doki.
Flee. Let's say I like flee. Yeah.
Yay!
Okay. Heaven send, satisfy, marriage, mouse dance, cute, judging. She likes the big words.
She does.
Oh yeah, she does. Okay. Embrace. No. You know, Sayori's already my bestie, so that's okay.
It's true.
Agonizing, actual starscape. Yes. Okay, lipstick, vivid image, all top nightgown, loud fireworks. Vivid. We're gonna go vivid. Incapable, question. Unrestrained.
Unrestrained.
Together. Ooh. I'm.
Oh my goodness.
She's my girl.
She's a good one.
Okay. Dark, danger, vitality. It's her and the big words.
Yeah.
Infallible, however you say it. Marshmallow feather, anime love. I'm not reading these in order.
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry, guys. Infallible is what we're gonna go with.
Kawaii.
I love. Okay.
Anata wa sugoi kawaii desu.
Anxiety, awesome. I feel like
Portrait. Huzzah.
Play, vibrate, pure bubbles, destiny, determination, romance,
Determination.
Let's say vibrant.
Yeah. Right. Oh, there's you. Hi again, Dr. Farts.
Will that ever get old?
I don't
know.
I don't think so.
I hope not. Okay. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Oh my.
Nah, don't worry.
Oh my.
This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word.
Good job, Dr. Farts.
Yeah, he's loyal. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Dr. Farts. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Oh.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Is it manga or manga?
It's manga.
Manga.
You did it right.
Alright.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Dr. Farts always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. Well, I mean, you did get your doctorate, so.
I did. In farts.
Really? He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Anything for you. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Oh, is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Ooh.
How come? You and Dr. Farts can become good friends, too.
Sayori.
Ooh.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into.
Oh, no. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. A little repetitive at this one. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
Discuss it?
Oh!
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
Oh!
She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Haha!
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club.
Ooh.
But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more.
Ooh.
But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ooh.
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? She's really sweating right now.
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean...
I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I see.
She bought one for you.
Oh. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go.
Aww.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What is it about, anyway?
Oh, well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Ooh. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Oh. All right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust.
Shoot.
Is
this foreshadowing?
No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
Oh, no. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Oh, is it going to be a nice story?
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, DrFarts?
I can't handle that. That was so funny.
I love it. I'm so happy.
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Dark and twisted.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the village's plans.
Holy crap! We have a villain on our hands.
I'm rambling, aren't I?
Oh my gosh.
Not again.
Don't hurt me, Yuri. I just want you. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange.
How sinister.
And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, is it fine if I sit here? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Ooh, sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
Mood. I do that.
Yeah. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Ooh. I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Romance.
Oh my.
It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book.
She's so cute.
Adorable. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before.
Ooh.
Tension is
Gosh.
thick. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Eh?
To turn the page.
Oh, sorry. My mind was in the gutter. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
Oh, DrFarts. Classic
You dog,
DrFarts.
you dog. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Ooh.
We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does.
Oh.
Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment. She feels so numb.
Oh my gosh, I feel seen.
Swoon.
DrFarts. But DrFarts, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. Oh, Monica.
Monica! Cockblock.
Yeah.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri, oh my bad.
I'm so sorry.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ow! Just kidding. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
Ooh. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
Ooh.
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook.
Ooh.
On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Here we go.
Okay, who do you want to show your present?
I mean, obviously Yuri.
Obviously, Yuri. Here we
know,
go.
It was for her.
Aww.
Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair.
It's true.
Hey girl, you want to hear my poem?
I do, DrFarts.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. She's so embarrassed.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Oh.
My first time.
Hey, I'll be gentle.
Poetry.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, then they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
I love trying new things.
I hope you do.
Sorry. I'm getting so dirty.
I'm starting it. It's all me. I'm a bad influence.
That's
My
okay, enabler.
I am an enabler.
I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ooh.
What is it? Ghost Under the Light. You read it.
Okay.
Because it's definitely in her voice.
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Beautiful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone.
Bow,
Oh. No. I'm gonna end up reading a lot of poems. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I will be equally impressed with all
Well,
of them,
you're gonna
I'm
read
sure.
the Monica ones.
Oh, right.
So, I'm really excited
Oh
for
my
your
gosh.
one.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
Her handwriting's great. She needs to get over it. Oh, what?
Get over yourself.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often.
Me neither.
Oh,
No one ever.
I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
She wrote it for me. Are you into ghosts, Siri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dr. Farts.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing, really.
Girl, own it. You're
You're a great writer. Write your poems.
Yeah, girl.
Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah.
Aww.
If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Hell yeah, girl. Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Dr. Farts.
Oh, Yuri. Me too.
I'm obsessed with the fact that we named him Dr. Farts. It's my favorite.
Yuri and Dr. Farts forever.
Okay, who next?
Since she's my girl, let's go with Sayori.
Yeah, Sayori.
My bestie.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
This is a really good poem, Dr. Farts. Are you sure it's your first time?
Writing poems.
Hey.
Of course.
Yeah, you get a lot of action in the anime club.
We crack ourselves up.
I know.
It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time?
Hey, judge not.
True.
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one.
She knows me too well.
It just reminds me how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Dr. Farts. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I
Aww.
want to hang out with them hot chicks.
Yeah.
Then again,
Yo, boy.
I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined.
Yeah.
Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Aw. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Stop.
Hey, kitty.
Stop doing things. Okay, we'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad.
I want breakfast.
Me too.
Yes.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but do you want me to do it?
Yeah. I'm petting a cat now.
Did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how I should put it. How should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Me too. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing.
That's kind of why I was late earlier. Because I was making myself eggs.
Breakfast.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
technically lunch at this point.
You know, you do what you gotta do.
We're late.
It's fine.
We're late with the ghosts. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My theater is haunted. Sidebar. I'm a bartender for Broadway shows, so my theater is haunted.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm working late on Halloween.
Creepy. I feel like there's stories. I wanna hear those.
Oh yes. We'll chat. We'll chat.
Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Yeah. Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Who should I show my poem to next?
We'll do... She's gonna kick my butt. So
And then
get
we'll
that
save
over
Monica
with.
for last.
Yeah, she's my girl.
Yeah.
Because then it's just me talking to myself the whole time.
I know, right? That's when I'm gonna chug the wine.
Yeah.
Dr. Farts, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem, you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it.
Ugh.
Painful to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably just think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. I like that poem.
Cool.
Actually, a lot.
Cool.
Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be
Oh.
honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did... I guess more went into it than I realized.
And that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
I mean, like, no. Yeah, I guess not.
I secretly love Natsuki.
She's got sass and I'm into it.
She is so sassy.
I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. All right, let's go, Monica. You and me, girl.
All right.
Monica and me, myself, and I. Hi, Dr. Farts. Having a good time so far? Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
That's really nice.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Always listening.
Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Ooh, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Dr. Farts.
Don't worry, Dr.
Don't you
Farts.
worry.
We're all a little embarrassed today, you know.
Ooh.
But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Dr. Farts.
Great job, Dr. Farts.
Way to go. Way to go. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
Ooh.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing, girlfriend.
You do your own thing, Dr. Farts.
Dude, yeah.
Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
Yeah.
This whole poetry thing.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things.
Oh.
That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most.
Aww.
So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write.
Okay.
It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Oh, but
I really want to though. Says Monica.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Here we go.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
Deep. What do you think about that?
Am I the angry boyfriend? The noisy neighbor? Am I the man looking in and she's looking out? What will I see? Why is the spackle protruding? Why is the neighbor so noisy?
Why is the boyfriend so angry?
Scorched permanent copy, meaningless image.
Who left the film out in the sun?
I know, this is rude. But I feel like this is This is deep. What is this telling us about what's happening in the future?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh,
Well, I know, but I don't know.
I know you know, and it makes me insane that you know.
I love this so much. Because I've played it before and she hasn't.
Never
Just
in my life.
letting you know.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Ooh. What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. I just spit so bad.
Oh my god.
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
Dr. Spit?
Dr. Spitzel.
An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Oh, I love these.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Thanks, Monica. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Yay! Thanks for listening.
I love it.
PSA.
Right?
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities.
Aww.
Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective colors. Oh. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's this?
Oh, no, it's, do you want to?
No,
Okay.
that's all you.
What's with this language? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Now it's me talking to myself. This is you.
I'll just sip my wine. Oh, Natsuki dismissively turns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you can say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Rude.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and DrFarts did too.
That's true, I did.
Yeah. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Dr. Farts liked my poem too, you know.
I did. I'm a fan of her poetry.
He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Dr. Farts appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as DrFarts started showing up. Slam! Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
DrFarts. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, DrFarts. Oh, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, DrFarts?
Well, did I get dragged into... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I'm flustered. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, shit. So, of course, that's going to be... Should I say help me, Sayori?
Oh, it's up to you.
I feel like I don't... Obviously, I'm into Yuri, but
obviously.
Natsuki feels like in the long run, I'm gonna want her as an ally, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
she's like kind of feisty.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with the wiener middleman choice and
Okay.
ask for help.
Okay, I support you.
You know, I don't want to have to choose.
You know, there's a reason why you have your best friend in the club.
Natsuki glares at me drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri, oh no, I've disappointed them both.
Oh my goodness.
But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. Thanks, girl, for being my scapegoat. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
DrFarts. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place.
The fight music is back.
Yes.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself?
Did I just drag this out further?
Oh, are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Silence. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Music change.
Sweet Sayori, coming in to save the day.
Best girl, best girl. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures inside your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were.
Huge.
Enormous and fluffy. Big and beautiful. I forgot. And we support her. Just like her bra. Sorry.
Sayori stands triumphantly.
There we go.
Monica stands behind with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off.
Aww.
Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
Aww.
So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing with me.
Nah.
Aww.
It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Aww.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't it? Isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
Ooh.
I see. Take good care of her, okay?
Aww.
I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us.
Yeah.
You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says.
Mm-hmm.
If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone.
I'm just playing the field, you know.
I love it. I love it.
He's like out. He's like
Well,
out here
Monica-
looking for it.
Monica kept talking about how you have to try different styles.
You know,
So
maybe I'm not a one-woman man.
who knows?
We'll
Who knows?
see.
I support you on whatever you decide.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun.
I forgot.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was all right. Well, mostly.
Dr. Farts, how about you?
That name gets me every time.
It's not gonna stop. It's so good. Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Ooh, I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Determination.
Dr.
My bad.
No, it's so fine.
Dr. Farts! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.
Aww.
Sayori, about what happened earlier,
What do you mean?
you know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people.
You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Dr. Farts, it's nice I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in.
Oh.
Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
Oh.
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori.
Oh, you player.
Play is going to play.
Play.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
What a user.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
All right, here we go for another poem time. So let's go ahead and save here for this one, but we're just gonna continue playing, but this will be the end of my video edit. Yeah, so that way it's not like one long video.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See you next time.
See you next time.